The Jerusalem Post will now bestow a special award for Israel Innovation and Excellence to Mrs. Hava Zingboim, the founder of H. Zingboim Cosmetics.
The Israeli invention that may replace cosmetic facial injections.
All over the world, they've been trying to minimize the hyaluronic acid, and we're the first who can claim we've succeeded.
And now for the question if an Israeli invention can replace cosmetic facial injections. Yoav Evan brings you the story. The acid looks like water. You just transfer it over here.
Hyaluronic acid. For the past 20 years, this substance has been the star of anti-aging treatments all over the world. The doctor injects it directly into the patient's face, where it absorbs liquids and neutralizes toxins, thereby smoothing out wrinkles and leaving the skin looking young and fresh. Even though this substance is created naturally in our bodies, as we grow older, our body produces it less and less, and the result is wrinkled and old-looking skin.
The goal is to insert the hyaluronic acid back into the skin.
Facial injections are not very pleasurable, but there is no other way. The molecule of the hyaluronic acid is very large and cannot penetrate the skin by simply applying it to your face.
All over the world, they've been trying to minimize the hyaluronic acid molecule so it can be used as a cream and provide a replacement for the injections. As of now, I haven't heard of any successful attempts to do this, and we're the first who can claim that we've succeeded.
This announcement could become an international sensation. Behind it are researchers from the Department of Physics and Chemistry and the Center of Nanotechnology at Bar-Ilan University. If in the future it is proven that this cream that you see here, which contains the formula that they developed in their laboratories, can indeed penetrate the skin without the need for injections, it would indeed be an exciting and dramatic breakthrough.
This is a big breakthrough because until now, it was not possible for the hyaluronic acid to be applied topically and to penetrate the skin. The research has been able to minimize the hyaluronic acid in such a way that it can penetrate the skin via topical application and without any injections.
This is an Israeli breakthrough. Blue and white, one of our own, on a worldwide scale.
And now, let's move on to some proof. Bar-Ilan University and Hava Zingboim, whose cosmetics company received the exclusive rights to commercially manufacture the formula, sent Channel 2 News a series of photographs. The pictures on the right are from before the treatment, and those on the left were taken after 4 weeks of using the cream twice daily. From these photos, the improvement is indeed noticeable. The researchers at Bar-Ilan University refused to share how they were able to do it.
We're now working on patenting the formula, which is why we can't reveal the technology behind it.
What we have here is a true scientific breakthrough.
In about 3 weeks, these creams will be available to the public, and the manufacturers have reported that it's already generating quite the international buzz.
And I'd like to welcome Inbar Ashkenazi, CEO of the Jerusalem Post, to present the award.
I am so honored to be here and grateful to be the recipient of this award. I would like to thank the committee at the Jerusalem Post for supporting Israeli innovation. I share this award with my dear friend, Professor Lubart, and dedicate it to my kids for their endless support. Believe, achieve, and give, and never stop. Thank you.
So Hava, let's jump into this interview because we are all anxious to hear about Prophecy. This is your groundbreaking new product. What can you tell us about it?
I can tell you that it all started with a dream of taking this skin of ours and being able to get active ingredients that will penetrate the skin and the skin barrier. So I guess that is something any innovator will tell you, that it all started with that dream. And I can take you maybe like 20, 25 years ago to New York, where I started my career, and we're working alongside alongside plastic surgeons and dermatologists, where the field of paramedical aesthetic has emerged, where I realized that in order to really solve skin issues and skincare problems like acne and pigmentation and even aging, we have to really get to the source of skincare issues where they just emerge deep within the skin. So just treating the outermost layer of the skin won't really solve the skin problems. So working with skin, I realized that that we have two challenges working with skin. Our industry faces really two challenges. First of all, the biology of our skin. Our skin is a barrier, so we can't really penetrate the skin. And active ingredients cannot really penetrate the skin. And when you talk about innovation, most people will think out there, well, what innovation and skincare can do together. So you have still the classic skincare that will treat and beautify the skin, but nothing really can penetrate the deeper layers of the skin. So here comes the innovation that helps us solve that issue, that taking active ingredients and micronize them so they can actually penetrate to the deeper layers of the skin. And here we need technology. And so that is one challenge that we have to face, developing what we call a delivery system. So we can take today with our innovative technology, we don't consider ourselves anymore skincare company, but more of a skin tech company. A skincare technology company. So we're a skin tech company now. So we collaborated with Bar-Ilan University and Professor Lubart and Professor Fixler, and we have a lot of researchers and dermatologists who work in our R&D department and help us to create that great technology that help micronize. We started with hyaluronic acid, and we'll talk about that. That's a breakthrough, and it's great for all of us and help us with really deliver hyaluronic acid into the skin without injections. But really today we have the technology and the power and the know-how into taking active ingredients, micronize them, and really have the power and the knowledge and the proof that we can deliver them deep into the skin and solve skin issues where they arise and even prevent them, like psoriasis and acne and pigmentation and aging. So we have the power today to use that technology for our innovations.
And I understand you're the first in the world to accomplish this.
We are the first in the world to prove that in our creams, in the final product and formulation, that our formulation and final product can really prove that our ingredient can deliver into the deeper layers of the skin. Yes, because if we take, for example, hyaluronic acid, micronized hyaluronic acid has been out there for almost 10 years. So we can find it as a raw material and micronized. So this is something that's out there. But the other challenge that we're facing is not just the skin barrier being a barrier. We already know what the size of a molecule we have to use in order to penetrate the skin. But the next challenge is how to take that raw material that's micronized already and formulate it into a cream or a lotion, and that it will stay micronized in this specific product. Because if you take hyaluronic acid, one of its attributes, it attracts water. It's like little sponges there. So in the formulation process, we have to dissolve it in water in order to apply it into a cream. And in this specific process, it attracts the water. And by the time it's in a cream, it's no longer micronized. So yes, it was micronized as a raw material, but by the time you take it home or you apply it in a cream, it's no longer micronized, and that was a challenge for many years. So what we did with our R&D department in collaboration with the Bar-Ilan University, we basically re-micronized it just before we finished the formulation. So with all our research and our clinical research, we proved with comparison research that we compared with 3 different molecule sizes and 3 different creams with the same base cream, that our technology was the only technology to really deliver the hyaluronic acid deeper into the skin layers via that technology. So as if today, we're the only one who proved that the final cream, the final preparation, was the only one to actually deliver the hyaluronic acid in the deeper layers of the skin. Yes, we're the only ones who proved that.
That's fascinating.
Yes.
Now, you've also been called the Israeli guru of cosmeceuticals. And you've essentially brought back from the United States, you talked about that a little bit, sort of a novel and more scientific method to the profession. And how exactly have you implemented that here in Israel?
Well, let's put it this way. About 25 years ago, I lived in the United States, I lived in New York. And at that time, the field of paramedical aesthetics has emerged. And working alongside with plastic surgeons and dermatologists and looking at the skin in a more holistic way. I think that was the time where I developed my dual depth methodology and looking at the skin in a whole different way, not just beautifying the skin, but really treating the skin. And moving back to Israel, I looked at partners here, and Israel is like a hub. You can find here the best of the best, and it's very easy to find the people and really build that dream together alongside with plastic surgeons and dermatologists and Professor Sheflan and the Bar-Ilan University really created that hub. And the idea of taking ingredients and deliver them deeper into the skin was something we worked together alongside for almost 10 years to really break that barrier, the skin barrier. And together, what we have achieved is really a delivery system. So it's not just beautifying the skin, which of course this is something we do, but it's really treating the skin. And today we are able to take almost any material, any raw material, and right now, I mean, we did what we did, which is outrageous with hyaluronic acid, but of course we're working now on many more active ingredients, and basically we're able to treat many skin diseases, skin disorders, working on skin hygiene and preventing from bacteria to penetrate the skin, and we're really working on many active ingredients and many more ideas that will break through from that delivery system and drug delivery system as well. We've realized that we can even have a drug delivery system with that specific innovation through the skin, of course, without needles.
So I've heard you say before that knowledge is power when you can share it with others.
Yes.
Is this the motto that has led you to share your vast knowledge now with a new generation of women in this field?
I believe that any power you accumulate in this world can be wealth, can be knowledge, can be anything you have that maybe I don't. It's up to you to share it with others. And yes, I share my knowledge. I share my knowledge with women and with estheticians, and I have my schools. I share my wealth with charity. I believe that you have to share whatever you have. Otherwise, it will stay with you. Whatever you share with others will stay way after I will no longer be here. So we are here to share what we have. It's not belong to us anyway. So this is how you bring prosperity to the world, by sharing it with others. Yes, this is something I believe in.
And one final question. What's in store for the future of the field of cosmeceuticals? You mentioned hyaluronic acid. Can your technology work with other raw materials as well?
Yeah, we can basically micronize any raw material. Right now, we're working with CBD, of course, and we have also breakthrough technologies working with that. We can work with any raw material and have it as a delivery system deeper into the skin. I believe that we will work with a lot of skin protecting agents, especially now post COVID-19. We're protecting the skin against microorganisms and bacteria and anything that can harm our skin. We understand how important that is for us. So we have a lot of new innovations, technologies, raw materials. The future is great for us. Thank you.
Hava, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.